And some of you may pointed out that I've labeled this part 1, which is incorrect, but I'm hoping that I got the time right. So let's dive in and continue to do this wonderful painting that James Whistler did in his time. So let's have a good look. You can take a look at your drawing and the reference by flicking back and forth, and then you'll see some very interesting areas that come up for you to work on. Yeah, the reference, our drawing, reference, our drawing, reference, our drawing. So we're just going to carry on with the brush we selected, yeah, which is line brush. We kept to the line brush, and then we reduced the density, the opacity, to 65. In fact, I'm going to take it to 60. Okay? And then the brush we have is here. So let's take that a little notch down to about 1.97, yeah? Because now we can get into real nitty-gritty of the details. Again, we try and capture some of that. And let's just go over it once again and capture what you can. Okay? Because he did just go over them again. So the more times you go over, the more tones you're adding, and the more detail you're going to be providing to your drawing. Okay? That's all it is. So use subtle shades. See how he managed to pull it off by using these subtle shades there. This is actually dark, so be careful. So what we can do is, once we've managed to make our first, I'm thinking the mast is incomplete, as you can see from what I was showing you earlier. So these areas, you haven't touched these, so just use your color picker, because the color picker is already doing the work for you. In fact, it is the infinite color pot, I call it. If you're used to traditional, you'll know what I'm talking about, because you're always going to the colors. So I'm picking color, the colors that's meant to be there. Okay, picking these nuances of colors. Alright, so got a little bit of detail there, can you see it? So maybe we should perhaps take it down a bit more, 54%, and I'm going to do the mast. So let's try and put down these patches. Well, just to bring realism into this, Look at these straight lines. I wonder if he used a straight line or straight edge. Decided to use something else or freehand. You don't know really, but it looks pretty straight. So we're not going to use a straight line. I'm going to use freehand for all of this. I don't want to complicate the issue. A smaller brush. Remember, if you go for an even more smaller brush, you'll be entering the realm of hyperrealism, and you'll be spending a month finishing the drawing. And for me, I don't have that liberty. I have to come up with videos all the time. Just follow these marks. Oops. I don't have to tell you I have a P with this zoom function right next to the color picker. Just put the marks there, don't worry about it, because remember I'm working with speed as well, and I need to get this done in this allocated time we have. We obviously captured. Wonderful. So this was the time when Romanticism and Renaissance period had come to a close, and people were painting whatever that interested them. They're following their hearts rather than following what the general population or even the general people in the art world thought to be good. And that's what Van Gogh did, isn't it? He followed his passion. His brother Theo was a big influence in his life, who helped him, encouraged him. This is Van Gogh I'm talking about. Alright, so just get these colors. See, that's a little yellow. And let's pick these colors. It's brown here. And then let's just keep doing that. Remember, let's see if we can get rid of this. These big lobes that we planted there for some reason. I don't know how that came about. See, I'm working with real speed here. I don't expect you to do the same, but this is what you can develop in time. Let's see if this has worked. So it's not quite black. There are some black areas. Let's see here. Areas. Just follow your thing, okay? Alright, let's see where we are. It's getting better and better each time we finish something, isn't it? So I'm gonna carry on. Just look at the drawing and your reference. Use the reference image to get there, knowing that you have these skill sets. So I'm going to focus on this foreground of this character here, okay? So I'm going to show you something else. I'm going to go here, and I'm not going to show you actually. I'll just carry on doing it at the midpoint. In fact, I'll show you a little bit later how this becomes even better, how much control you can have. So this is like an official overlooking what's going on the Thames. Color picker, and then you see here around this, let's get that, and then we can flick between hours and get the shape we're looking for. Right there, you can see it? A little bit of that hat needs to be done. He's got to really, we could make it, he did it deliberately, put a hat on there. So we can do the same. Right. And then what do we got here? We've got, if we go enough, then it's fine. We got this here, and then this here going. Yeah, can you see it? How we're doing this? So we can check. There's a little nuances of this detail. And here it's got, obviously it's got a lot more tiny brush, but we don't have that liberty, so I'm gonna try and just follow my right there. I'm all the way to the other side now, and then try and capture this very thing. So he's got this white coming and giving the illusion of snow, okay? And then this guy, I think, is clearing away, hard at work. And then let's shape him up so you can see here. And then he's got a little bit of the white to show that that's his head. And then, that's it. And then he's probably using some kind of a spade. Just getting away at the minimum. And then you could use the color palette. Then we can put our Paintology where Whistlers is there. Because after all, we made this drawing, isn't it? It's not like we're exactly copying him, but just to show you his art techniques, right? Right, let's have a look here. What have we got here? Because obviously we haven't got the liberty of using all the tiny brushes. Let's have a look. I think that's alright. Got the man there. And it still looks a little quite difficult. He's got this. How wonderfully he portrays these. Right. And then just brings that down here, gives character to it. And all these dimensionals. Let's have a look here. Pick this. So notice what I'm doing here is I'm swinging all the way to the right. Here, it could be a boat, couldn't it? But it is dark, isn't it, this area? There, look. Right, so we can more detail here. Could be a boat that's lodged here, we don't know. But we're just trying to replicate the muddiness. He's tried to include the muddiness and the, it's not just pure glistening snow. It can be real treacherous, right? Especially boats. Here, look at that. It's a straight oar coming down, so we're going to do that there. Get that shape of man-made. And then right there. And then let's see on his right side what we've got here. Look at all these scope of there. We can probably go midway. Okay, this is the part where I told you I despise with this. Gives this, it's a little blocky, makes it look like there is texture in that. Right. So all these different volumes of color makes up the whole thing. Right there. Let's have a look. See, that part is improved quite a bit, isn't it? That man there, even though this man is not distinct like his, like in Whistler's, and there's probably a reason why. Because he uses another trick just to give the illusion. Okay, and let's draw this area here. Just take some of these colors again, follow this direction. So he's building up a lot of interesting textures, and we're going to see if we can build up. Well, let's see what we have here. Well, that's what we have. Still got textures. They've got great mastery of the tools, and excellent mastery of observation, tools, everything. Let's see. It's not quite there. And use also horizontal just to give it, break up that texture. Because it's not like a plain wooden floor, is it? So you break it up. And then there, you can see that gives a feeling of realism in there, right? So let's carry on. We've worked our way up. Let's put a little bit of detail in this area. Let's save this. And then put a bit of realism in that area. That I'm going to open this again. Let's put a bit of realism in here. What's going on here? It's a little bit of a mishmash of stuff. So we just gonna add a little bit of more interesting tones to sort of, it's like a log. Look, it looks like a log or some debris. So just give it character. You don't have to define what it is. Just let the eyes do the work. Art is about letting the eyes fill the gaps. By doing this, we've given another layer of colors to think about. Yeah, giving it more shape, form, exactly the things we want in art, right? The very thing that we learn about art techniques. So zoom in and use all kinds of crisscross shape, because we still got, now this brush that we picked we thought was really small, but it turns out it's a lot smaller than, it's actually a lot bigger than we thought, compared to the how cute we become in the sense of tones, shapes and forms that are happening all over here. Just pick these tones. Don't worry, it's just giving a layer of colors to all tones. Okay, let's have a look where we are. We got something there. It's happening. It's working quite well, isn't it? I think so. See how far we've come. Now let's continue up here. And let's continue up here. And let's get on to the boat now. You know, the big boat here. So anything, just go over it just once more, clearing any areas that you can see needs refining. You can see that. Just work really fast. It's so much more fun, isn't it? Most people will think that it's a gimmick or something, but a lot of you who are sticking around here watching me do this know it's the real thing, right? And drawing, because they don't know any better, would they? Because they don't know any better, they'll stay where they are, pretty much. Okay, so I'm just adding these toes, taking advantage. There's a lot of areas that you can cover. Look there. Right there. We're really working quick. Look at this one, it's got this shape here. And just get these highlights that really makes the whole thing stand out. So you don't know what your drawing is looking like, and you can go back and forth. Go back and forth. Right there. So the more we refine it, the more we keep doing this, the more definition we add. It's a very complex piece of art because he's picked a very complex subject in the first place, which is that boat with that mass, complicated man-made mass. But we got the tools to pull anything off. So don't be afraid to experiment. Right, there we go here. Okay, let's see if the size of the brush allows me to put these up. Yeah, maybe it does. Okay. Maybe I can just put a few more mass to make it look interesting. Areas where I haven't done that. Right, so I'm not exactly sure what color I picked. It will be either a dark or a light color, depending on where I am at the mass. But then we can get all those hairline with even smaller brush, right? Yep, you got it. So let's see where we are. That's not bad, is it? It's coming together, isn't it? So what we're going to do now is we've got like 25 minutes. So let's see. Let's go back and forth between the reference image and your image. I can see that I need to we find this boat. There are people there. Wow. Okay. So we're gonna get you guys here. Sitting on this boat having a good time. Probably playing snowball. Having snowball fights. And this guy, I don't know what he's doing. Here, you can see him. Maybe he's pulling some kind of a line or... Let's see if we got enough. See if we've got enough. I think we got something there, isn't it? Okay, let's work our way up there. And then we're going to come round to the boat and give those tiny details that we need. Now let's look at this painting. It looks like we missed a bulk of white there. And then we ended up, and then a little darker piece here. And then it goes dark here, right? We can pick a dark, right? Right, just like, and then here, just use that. And then, I don't know what he's got there. There's something going on there. Look at this guy. He's like, got that black, so I'm trying to. Right there. I don't know what we have here. It's more like a, sort of like a mound. Let's zoom in a little bit and see if we can tidy up this area. What's going on here? Right. And then it's got a very white spot there, and then it's got another band of white there. I think I know what he was intending for this, because it's the very type of snow that we see. Can you see how our brush is now a little too small for these features? But that's alright, because this is what we're doing. Because we're doing in record time this painting, isn't it? There you are. And now we can see that we need to probably brush up here. Sorry, no pun intended. Right there. Maybe it's like, who knows? I'm not going to guess. Really quickly, just go over. Just create these textures and let the look what we have here. So we can go here, just fill these. Probably a bit too thick. I don't know what that is, but that's all right. So now we're working our way all the way up, and then left side we can see we haven't quite got the right of that boat down right here. Can you see? We're probably going to come back, fix it. Let's go to the left side here. I'm not too happy with what's going on here. So I'm going to swing back and forth and just add my own bit. Right. And then here, that's it. You got it. And then don't forget the black here. Little touches of white. We're going to sort of the back of that boat. Bit of a color here. It's a matter of colors here, isn't it? It's definitely got great mastery of the colors. Let's see. Yeah, we've gotten away with it a little bit. And then we touch up the foreground. Let's do the mass now. I'm going to save this. Open it up. Let's do that mast, yeah? Yeah, you can see that? Look at all that lovely, tidy mask. And we might use the straight line, I don't know. But look at that, we haven't got quite. You can see also between the masks here is a little. So while we've still got it, let's touch up these colors, that the way colors it should be. Okay, it's not quite white. Okay, zoom in. Zoom in and you can do a lot of damage. What I mean by damage is, I'm saying you can do a lot more. See those colors there? Yeah, they're a bit darker. Okay, same here with that. We really want that same color as intended for that. So it doesn't look like too artificial. And then here as well. And here as well. I think we have here as well. Maybe around here, we don't know. But we can address this and as we go along. Ooh, yes, there is. Untouched areas. There. Let's see. That's more like it. It's getting the colors, assuming the colors of that background, yeah? So now what we're going to do? Well, I think you know I'm going to take this down 1%. It's amazing, isn't it? Now we're going to this is probably a little too harsh. So I'm going to take it down to 45%. Right, this is just an experimentation. I'm just going to create these tiny textures going on. Nothing exactly accurate. You see that? You can come here, or you can go here. Look at the, it's probably better now at this stage to go to the original. And then we can vary the opacity accordingly. It's even smaller than that, isn't it? Blimey. This is still smaller, 1%. Can you believe it? Okay, so here, a bit darker. And we have these dark bits. If you're not getting it, then just get that. Just following the shape, not creating detail, just the shape and textures. So you can see here, could be the mast, isn't it? And then here, it's a lot darker. Right. Just follow that up there, clean it up, and just see these dark patches, they're all going. Pick a darker one. There. I'm just following the shape. Following the shape and color. Okay, that's the shape of the mast. And seems like it's going to the middle there. And you have this color. It's coming up here. It's the mast. And then you have this color coming up here. And then look at this. Just stretches out there. Okay. All the way. Wow, look how long it is. So you can do the middle here to follow the mast. Yeah, so let's see how I did that. Right there. So halfway position and then the full position. This is really gets your, this is the way you draw. So now we can go here, come to our, and then continue. It's a lot of detail. Right there, add more substance to it. That's a big brush. Even this brush is becoming too big. Remember, we're at 830%. Look at that, how far we've gone up. Let's just follow this main mast all the way. Amazing, isn't it, what you can do? You gotta admit, this is the beauty of drawing at digital level that you probably have never touched on. Right there. This is true drawing, isn't it? True essence of drawing. This is when you feel that you're one with the medium and you don't know if it's digital, traditional, or some other medium, yeah? Let's pick that color, add to that. Look at these coming along. Right, and then all the way, go all the way to the top. And what do we have here? Wow, another mass. Let's go to the reference so we can see that, right? That's just amazing, isn't it? Let's see what we have so far. It's pretty good, these masks are coming along nicely, aren't they? So we're going to spend a bit more getting these masks lovely and working, shaping, and then tweak everything. The sky you can see here, a little bit of the sky is weird, blocky. So let me save that and then open it up again. My paintings, draw. So now you can see where are the areas that we might have missed. Look at these masks. My goodness, they are all over the place. These strings. So we can just pick colors from the palette and just give a little bit of that. Just follow and then look at these lines here as well. Got this line here, right? Just follow it. And then this one. Let's pick this one. Whoa. Take that all the way up. Hey? So this is good practice, isn't it? There. Did we do a straight line? Yeah, we did a sort of straight line, didn't we? But do the big ones first, the big mass. Wherever you see it, there, can you see it? There. And then anywhere else? Yes, it's coming. There. Okay. Then we can do this. Don't try and do too dark a color, otherwise you'll lose the essence. Just only do it where it's necessary. Like this. see that mass there? And then this one. Anywhere where you can see it there, look at these. Pick this sort of middle of the tone color, but I just want to show that these actually it goes all the way down there, can you believe it? Yeah, getting better, isn't it? It's looking neater and neater and neater. So let's look at this. Let's pick this. Let's get these tones. Let's get that really down to this color. Let's see if we can. No, that's not the right. Just a little tad more. Let's see if we can get that color. That's a little too harsh. We can reduce this in a number of ways. Reduce the harshness. I'll show you what I'm saying. So we picked the color picker of that. So that wasn't really the right color. Let's pick this, see if we've picked the right color. No, it's a bit too harsh in my opinion. So you can either go like this and take it up that way, and then here, I think that's all right, isn't it? What do you think? It could be a little lighter. Yeah, that's all right. Okay. There. Let's just go up here and just, I'm not too worried about if I've got the right. Just want to add these effects of the lines. And we're not using the straight line, although we have a straight line. Like that. And just a trickle of this line. And then that's what we're doing. And then here, pick the colors all the way. Okay. Let's see. That's all right, isn't it? It doesn't really just, so it's a bit lighter. Yeah, we could use that. There's something going up. Wow, ladder. Interesting. Yeah, there. And then he's got this coming down. Okay. Anything else that we could see? Yep. lots of things going on, but the important thing is got those masks at the top. Let's have a look. Here we've got pretty much all of it, I think. I'm not sure how accurate he was with these, but we can capture most of it. Certainly all right. There, this goes down up here and just the lightest. So look, just the lightest amount. Yep, I think we got a good sense of that. And then there's a few masks here. My God, the engineering involved in that, isn't it? What's that? The ropes, all these, wow. Let's go a bit darker. Give it depth. And then I have this as well. Look at that. Just add a little bit. Could be a bird sitting on the nose. All right. I think we did a good job here. What do you think? I think it's getting very close to, and we passed just the hour. So we're going to finish it off with a little, let's go to 2.5%. And then I'm going to take it down to 30% because I'm going to capture some of these. I'm going to get away capturing, putting blending. You know, it's like think of it like the edges are too sharp, but I'm getting away with just adding another bastion of colors, tones on there to give it like it's not a paint by numbers drawing, yeah? So in fact, I'm going to take it down to 2%. I think I prefer that. So you can see what I'm going to do here. Like you can see, it's a little too, yeah, so add more volumes of color. You can see that white, that just looks too, so add colors there, take it out. The reality is different from here. Right there. You can see here, so just giving it a sense of blending, you know, like it's not like a hard edge, soft, like just the reality of what this is saying. Yeah? Same here and here. You can see here, just add these colors and build it up with more tones. That's all it's doing. See, taking away these sharp edges there, that's it. Right? There, you can do that way. It's easy, isn't it? Then here. So again, this is something I learned while I've been doing this live tutorial. See how I actually pick. You've got to understand that I'm drawing most of the time. You think that this is not digital as you follow me, but in reality it is digital. And I know many of you love artistry, right? Okay. Go in that direction. Give it texture. There's another layer of colors. Every time you pick, different and spread it around here. And then here. Just adding. And then look, we come here now. Good, we could add more textures and more colors, right? This is what the whole idea is drawing, is knowing your tools. And let's go to adding more layers of colors by doing it with this lower density allows us to add more gradients of color and to take away the blockiness that is there, yeah? So you probably understand this. You won't understand it now, but in time you'll understand what this leads to, yeah? So here, block, it's not quite, and then I can add right there. So this is what any good artist will do, is try and understand their tools. There. Let's have a look. Isn't that looking a lot better? Wouldn't you agree? Yeah? That's how what happens when you have those multiple tones. You can see here, I'll do the same thing here. So that builds up multiple tones. So realism is all about hundreds of tones. We're going to fool the eye. Thousands of tones, if not hundred thousands. Yeah, see how we've added multi-layer of tones? Right, that's what they use with the brush, but we've got the digital as well to do exactly that. So don't think digital is limited, it's not. Pick the black right there. Look at that black here, and we can phase it out. Looks like a scribbly mark. It's not supposed to be scribbly. It's supposed to be a density of colors. Right. You can pick a density of colors here. Right, and add a whole layer of density to this. This is where we're going to add our There. And then add a darker color. And just gives that depth. And then when you look away, you know that this was looks a bit white. So again, look at that density of gives the illusion. Just another layer of density of colors. Just like a brush. But in reality it's just look at this here, right? Look how he's added this specks of marks here. And we're adding density of colors to that. I don't know if that's a word, but density of colors to give the illusion of detail. Look, there, see that? This is very interesting because I can see how this builds up. We're coming all the way to the right. And let's see what we have here. Got a little darker here. Again, look at that density colors. Look at that. So the density builds up. And the more you flick, you can build up and make this darker. So it doesn't look like a splodge of color. It actually looks realistic. Yeah, you can see here how it's beginning to look realistic. We can just save this and then open it up again. I'm going to try and finish in 10 minutes, but I'm pretty sure you're enjoying this just as much as I am. Oh, you guys have given up. But anyway, I'm sure you're going to come back to it. I think I received a text message. Alright, so how are we doing in this? This is our drawing, doesn't it? It doesn't look like it's our drawing, is it? Let's go in this guy here, right? I'm going to do that same philosophy we were doing here. Alright, let's pick these density of colors and just stretch it. Right, that color. Just right, giving it substance. So it's not doesn't look like splotchy. Right, and here, look at that. You can pick that color. There. Got the illusion of detail. Like even there. The illusion of detail. And then let's go down to this side. Because they know what work. They're a master of colors. Alright, let's go here. Pick some of these colors. Get the illusion of depth. It's just not quite, so that's not quite as straight. And then you're adding another layer, another volume of colors on top. So you can bring this down and make this look almost like it's meant to be there, right? Right, look at that. None of that sharpness that exists on the line brush. That's what it is. Right there. Let's see what we have. We're just trying to capture what's in there. Right there. He's using his brush. I'm using my pen, like a brush. Right there. Let's see what we have here. Always compare the reference image. So you can see here it's a little bit of a darker patch. Right there. And then carry some of that lighter patch into it as well, but not too much. And then follow your color palette. Give it more volume here, isn't it? Okay, now this one. That's just anywhere where you see that could be improved, with this wonderful setting of the brush, 30% to 42%. Still using the line. Right, more. So you're adding layers of volume and density. Look here, right? Same thing. Because we know it's not a completely black and then a brown, is it? Just doesn't make sense. Right? Give that illusion of detail. Right there. Look, it's building up to it. Right there. And then what do we have here? Use it as a reference. Don't know, it's the boat, isn't it? Yeah, it's that boat. Right, let's see what we have here. Remember, that's one of the reasons why they always look away. When they make a drawing, they come back and see it's not the effect. They do it for there are a lot of reasons, not just composition. Just trying to look at this color here, right? It's a whole broad colors. And then again, we're going to pick these colors and stretch it. Give it more illusion. Look, it's a dark and then carry this color into here, right? And then here, you can see here, it needs to be blended, the edges. Give the illusion of detail and right there. It looks like it's part of the whole realism. Length of the patch of color, isn't there, right? As we go along, adding these colors. Look at that. See that? It's amazing, isn't it, what you can do? Okay. Pick these colors. Don't worry about what it should be and what it should not. Just follow your intuition. And pick this black and take it there. Don't worry about it. And then pick some of that white in the distance. And then pick some of that. We don't know what it is. Could be at the foggy area at the back. So if we've managed to do that. Yeah. And you can pick here on this and carry this into the neighboring area and just make it look a little bit more realistic. And now I think we're just going to finish it off with the clouds. I'm going to blend the clouds again with this setting. I lowered it to 20%. Clouds, just watch what I do. Right? The same thing. Isn't that amazing, isn't it? I bet Whistler wished he had two like this, didn't he? He didn't want to delve too much into the sky. No. 10%. That's 52. Oh, amazing. Blended that. Right. There you are. Whistler's the ice. It's looking alright, isn't it? I would say so. In fact, you know what? I'm going to reduce this guy's head. Pretend, you know, people didn't really appreciate cats. So. Oop, that's big. From the sky. Yeah, okay. And that's more like it. What do you think? Yes. Much better. Take his hat out. Where should we do our Paintology? Let's put in a black, like where he put it. In our area here. And then we call it finish. Finito. Let me clear the area here. Right. Sure you don't mind if I clear the pathway for the Paintology name. Okay, I think that should be enough. Really small print. So black should be the black, and then Paintology. What do you say? Yep, that is looking good. I think people will probably think this is a Whistler painting. I know this. I recognize it right away. So there you are. See what we can do. Let's clear up a little bit here, because this wasn't that clear, was it? It's a little diffused. Let's make it diffused. Yeah. There, right in the distance, far. Right, let's save that. Whistler final. I call it final. V2 meaning it's part 2. And then I'm going to share this to my drive so I can upload it to Paintology. Okay, and then I'm going to call it a day now. So here it is, the full painting. Hope you've enjoyed it. This was the reference. This was our drawings. There we go, far we got. We could have done more, but in the 2 hours, I think we've done a good job. So until tomorrow, please do follow, subscribe, everything to keep me supported and bringing you this fun tutorials. Until tomorrow, thank you, bye.